there guys, Portalmaster9351 here, and in today's video I am going to be continuing with another episode of Ask Portalmaster. As you guys can see, I am back at home to record this episode of Ask Portalmaster. I will be recording the next episode of Ask Portalmaster the next time I am home, because I want to be shooting these videos while at home, just because I feel like the environment is better, and I don't know, there's just something about connecting with me on a more personal level that feels like it should be done at my actual house instead of at college. But anyways guys, there were not as many questions last time, so I encourage you guys once again, please ask questions, because that is how we continue on this show, this little mini-series or whatever you want to call it of Ask Portalmaster. So just leave questions down in the comments. But without further ado, let's get around to answering your questions. The first question for this week comes from Yo-Yo, asking, do you actually enjoy Skylanders Academy? If so, who is your favorite character from the show? Yes, I actually do enjoy Skylanders Academy. Without a doubt, though, my favorite character has always been Glumshanks. I don't know, there's something about, he's played by Norm Macdonald, who he used to be on Saturday Night Live. I love the man's comedy overall. Him as Glumshanks fits so perfectly. Glumshanks is easily my favorite character, and I said that in a video a while back, and a bunch of people were like coming at me with all this Glumshanks hate, and like, I don't understand what people have against Glumshanks. He's probably, I think, the funniest character on Skylanders Academy. But maybe that's just aimed more at my sense of humor, I don't know. As for my favorite Skylander, it's been a little difficult, but there's something lovable about Eruptor. That's probably what you were asking, you know, more so who's your favorite Skylander on Academy, and if that's the case, it's Eruptor. I just love Eruptor's personality, especially the one where he becomes like super smart and is like trying to track down, solve mysteries. I don't know, Eruptor just overall has always been my favorite Skylander, but Glumshanks overall is my favorite character. Our next question comes from Davis Harper. He asks, since you play Heroes of the Storm, who is your favorite Blizzard character? Our next question comes from Davis Harper, and he asks, since you play Heroes of the Storm, who is your favorite Blizzard character? Well, obviously there are definitely a lot of Blizzard properties. Of course, you have Diablo, StarCraft, Overwatch, World of Warcraft. So to pick one single favorite Blizzard character is a little bit difficult for me. Some of the characters I did enjoy while playing Heroes of the Storm, though, because I don't really play it that much anymore. Sometimes I do, but not terribly often. I really liked Kerrigan. I really liked Zul. I really liked, who else? There were a lot of characters. There were a lot of characters I enjoyed playing. Jaina was pretty cool, personally, from World of Warcraft. I like a lot of characters. Difficult for me to pick a favorite, but those are some of the ones that I enjoyed the most to play while I did play Heroes of the Storm. Fusing Flame 21 did not actually ask a question, but he did bring up that he's never played Smash just like me, and I wanted to talk a little bit more about that in this particular video. Obviously, with Smash Brothers coming out, it's going to be a very interesting game, and I just wanted to share a little bit about an experience I had at college. A lot of people at college play Super Smash Bros, and a lot of my friends in high school did as well, and it's always weird, because it's like, you are the people I want to interact with because you play Smash. Very clearly, you are people I should try to be friends with, but then I remember, oh wait, I have no clue how to play Smash Brothers. So one thing I'm really looking forward to when this new Super Smash Bros. Game comes out is learning how to play, so I can go be friends with these people that I keep seeing around college playing on like the public TVs, because like they have TVs and video game consoles and like a space in the library, and I'm like, I want to talk with you, I want to be friends with you, but I do not know how to play Smash, and it's a problem. So I'm really looking forward to the new Smash game coming out on Switch so that I can actually play it, learn how to do Smash, and actually be able to talk to other people about Super Smash Bros. Something that I'm very excited about. May even talk a little bit about that on my channel. The Thumbtack Gamer asks, how are you? Well, I mean, that's a very broad question. Overall, life is pretty good. College is going well. A lot of people have been asking me on other videos. Interestingly enough, they didn't put it on Ask Portalmaster. A bunch of people have been asking me questions all the past 2 weeks, and I'm like, just put them on Ask Portalmaster. But a lot of people have been asking me how college has been going, how life has been. It's been pretty good. It's definitely a transition. It's definitely a change. I do always enjoy being home in my recording area instead of the green screen room. But overall, life is good. The channel's doing good. I'm doing good. School's going great. So life's pretty good. Erlen Moorhead asks, my question is, where are you? Well, I mean, right now I'm at home, but in the video where you asked the question, I was at college. So obviously, not everyone's heard. I've stated it several times in this video. I am at college. I go to college now. I come home sometimes. There was a hurricane this past week. If you didn't hear about it, Hurricane Florence was kind of coming at around where I go to college. And so I came home, and then the hurricane veered south, which followed me, basically. So I ended up being in the hurricane after all. So that's why I've been home for the past, like, 6 days, and why all my recent videos have been at home. But, to answer the question, when you see me with a green screen or with green screen effects, because I did finally figure out how to work a green screen, I am at college. That is where I will be for the next several months, you know? Not So Super asks, I'm not sure if you already answered this, but my question is, what would happen to your channel if or when Skylanders dies? I've answered similar questions before, but I'll go ahead and take another crack at it because things do change. So, obviously, Skylanders is not exactly what it used to be. It's now a mobile game and a TV show, unlike a, you know, sprawling console game empire with tons of figures as it used to be. So, obviously, that has already caused a lot of changes in the way this channel works, but also, if Skylanders is ever to disappear completely, if Academy and Ring of Heroes for some reason were to just one day disappear, this channel would not end. I don't know if you guys have been looking at it, but of course I've been covering Starlink, been trying to get into other games recently, and I do have an actual video game discussion video that will hopefully be coming out some point during this week, assuming that it's not overshadowed by other, like, Academy news this week. Then you will definitely be seeing some videos about gaming coming out soon. So yeah, this channel is not going anywhere. Even if Skylanders was to completely disappear, I honestly think that Academy and Ring of Heroes are going to be around for a good little while. I think Season 4 of Academy is going to happen, and I think Ring of Heroes is going to go on at least for a good little while, so I don't think we have to worry about that anytime soon. But even if it does happen, this channel's not going anywhere. Not going anywhere. So that's the first half of the questions. I wanted to take a brief break. I don't want to do a full channel update discussion like I sometimes do, because I think that that's kind of stretching these videos out, making them a little unwatchable. But I did just want to go ahead and say that by the time this video is uploaded, I will probably have hit 3,000 subscribers, which is obviously a big milestone. If you guys have not been paying attention, I have kind of been blowing up in the past month. I've gotten like 200 subscribers in a month, in 17 days. That's insane. And obviously a lot of that is due to the Skylanders Academy news, Skylanders Ring of Heroes news, Starlink hype, all kinds of stuff. It's mainly due to Skylanders Academy. But anyways, though, the point is that there's been a lot of attention coming at this channel, and I wanted to take a brief moment and thank you guys for supporting me, especially since my more dedicated fans are typically the people that actually watch these videos. I want to thank you guys so much for taking time to watch this video. I will not actually be making a 3,000 subscriber thank you video, so it took me 3.5 years to get to 1,000 subscribers. Obviously, that was a massive deal. From 1,000 subscribers to 2,000 subscribers took me 16 months. Well, I just hit 2,000 subscribers 7 months ago. I don't want to just flood my channel with thank you videos when, in fact, it was not actually all that long ago that I hit 2,000 subscribers. Probably the next time you'll see a proper subscriber count thank you video is when I hit 5,000. Who knows when that may be? Could be a year from now. Could be number of months from now. I have no clue when that's going to be, but that's probably the next time you'll see a thank you video, and hopefully I'll have some type of giveaway by the time we hit 5,000 subscribers. The big milestone that I am excited to be hitting, though, very soon is 1 million views. We are currently sitting at about, I believe, 930,000 views. We are so close to 1 million views. We will get to there either by the end of October or the end of November. We are so close to 1 million views. That's going to be a big milestone, and I'm going to personally make a massive thank you video once we hit that milestone. We're still a ways away, but once we get there, there will be a thank you video just to further thank you guys for all of your massive amount of support. But other than that, I'm just continuing on working on improving this channel. I recently found out my editing software can actually do green screen editing. I had no clue that it could do that. I legitimately had no clue that Camtasia could do green screens. I looked it up and I was like, holy crap! Camtasia does green screens. So while I am at college, you'll now be seeing green screen effects. And if you'd like to go ahead and see some green screen effects in action, be sure to check out my latest video about Starlink, the reasons that I am hyped for Starlink, because you will see I got that green screen working in there, so be sure to check that video out. Anyways though, that is pretty much all I have for this little mid-month, or not, I don't know why I call it a mid-month update. I guess it's because when I called it back when I did 2 Ask Portalmasters a month. Don't do that anymore. That was a long time ago. But without any further ado, let's get back to answering your questions, and then we'll wrap this video up. Duracell1692 asks, my question is, what is your favorite gimmick from past games? Mine is Swap Force. You know, actually, mine is also the Swap Force. I think in terms of technology, Swap Force was the absolute coolest, with being able to switch around characters like that, looked the coolest, or rather, was technologically speaking the coolest. I always flip-flop between Swap Force and Giants, because Light Core to me is also one of the coolest gimmicks that has been done for Skylanders. It's always been a thing. Trap Masters were not particularly impressive because, well, they didn't really advance the technology that much. Obviously, traps were kind of cool, life to toys, toys to life kind of dichotomy, but overall, I just think that the Swap Force was, technologically speaking, the best gimmick, but Giants probably looked the coolest. It's always a tear between the two for me. Shadow Dragon 16 asks, what is your opinion on Infinity War, and how do you think it will link up with the Marvel hero timeline? So for those of you that don't know, I am a massive, massive Marvel fan, and I've actually considered making some Marvel-related videos on this channel before. If you guys would like to see some of those, leave a comment below telling me you'd like to see that, in addition to asking your question, because I will consider actually potentially making some Marvel videos. But anyways, though, your question was, how do I think Infinity War will link up with the Marvel timeline? Well, what I think, based on everything that has been rumored about Infinity War and Avengers 4, is that what's going to happen in Avengers 4 is, obviously, spoiler alert for Infinity War, they all get dusted at the end, or half the population gets dusted at the end. So, my theory is that they will go forward in time a couple of years, and that's where the start of Avengers 4 is, a couple of years after the incident. And all of a sudden, somehow, something with timelines or something like that, they somehow unlock time travel. I don't really know how that's going to work, and they're basically going to somehow do something with the stones and reset the timeline. Basically, the events of Avengers 4 will culminate in sort of like in X-Men Days of Future Past, eliminating the bad timeline. If you guys are familiar with X-Men Days of Future Past, you will know that basically what happens is there is a point in time where all the X-Men are being hunted down by the Sentinels, and so they send Wolverine back in time, and he's basically able to make it where the Sentinels never rise up, the timeline never occurs, and it fixes all of that. I think something similar is going to happen in Avengers 4, where somehow they're going to get sent back in time, undo the snap, make it like it never happened. Because part of the reason that makes me think this is because it's been stated that the other forms of Marvel media will not acknowledge the snap at all. Like Daredevil, the Netflix shows, like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Cloak and Dagger, all of those TV shows will not acknowledge the snap at all. However, they do all still exist within the same timeline. So what I think is going to happen is that by resetting the timeline where the snap never happens, you make it so that the TV shows never have to actually acknowledge the snap. I think the TV shows are actually the biggest key in actually that theory, that they're just going to redo the snap, make it where it never happened at all. Maybe Thor will actually aim for the head this time. Who knows? There could be a lot of different things that could go a lot of different ways, but I think that's what they're going to do. They're going to reset the timeline. Dina Lewis asks, do you think that the Spyro Reignited trilogy will do better in sales than Crash Bandicoot? I actually think it will, but probably not for the reason you're expecting. Crash Bandicoot was $60 on release. Spyro is only $40 on release. And honestly, I think Spyro has been hyped up more than Crash Bandicoot. When Crash Bandicoot was announced, everyone was like, okay, now is Spyro getting one? You know, I'm sure that the same thing would have happened if Spyro had been announced first, as people would have been like, remaster Crash Bandicoot. But I think Spyro is, and always will be, the bigger of the two between Crash and Spyro. And I think that coupled with the fact that his game is literally cheaper than Crash Bandicoot's, I seriously think it's going to sell better. And that's going to say a lot, because Crash Bandicoot sold amazingly well, and it was a great game. But seriously, Crash Bandicoot sold amazingly well. So I think that Spyro topping that will be quite a feat, but I definitely think that if anyone can do it, it's going to be the Spyro Reignited trilogy. That Idiot says, do you have any theories or predictions for Skylanders Academy Season 3? Actually, I have quite a few theories, predictions, and stuff for Skylanders Academy Season 3, but I'm not going to give them to you in this video. What I'm going to do is I'm going to recommend that you go check out a recent live stream that I did with both CoinOp TV and Jap28, where all three of us discussed our theories for several things in Skylanders Academy. I also did a video talking about the top 5 Skylanders that I would like to see in Skylanders Academy. So I will link those two videos and the end cards for this video so that you guys can go check them out, because there is a much more comprehensive answer for those questions in those videos. However, mainly one of the things I'll go ahead and say is I think that Ambush is going to be in Season 3 as Stealth Elf's new mentor. If you want to know why I think that, go check out those videos at the end of this video. Nolan the Epic Portal Master also asked, how is college going for me so far? Well, I already answered that question, so I do apologize for saying that no one asked that question. I really did think that there weren't any on here for some reason. I don't know why I thought that, but college is going well. I just had to get out of there for the hurricane. But thank you for asking. Portal Power TV said filling in a green screen is actually pretty easy. And you're right, it is. All I had to do was Google Camtasia, how to do green screen, and I got the green screen working. That's all it took. I didn't even know that there was a green screen function on my editor. My fault, but we got the green screen working now. Again, go check out the latest video, the one that I posted right before this. I'll also link that one at the end of this video. Go check that out and you'll get to go see the green screen now that it's working. I Love Fortnite 3000 asks, do you miss 2012? Well, I think that there's a certain bit of nostalgia that I have for every year. 2012, I had not actually even started this YouTube channel yet. I was still watching people do coverage of Skylanders, mainly CoinOp TV. And if you had told me in 2012 that in 6 years I'd be doing a video, a live stream with CoinOp TV, my little 12-year-old self probably would have started running around this house screaming because of his starstruckness. So, in a way, I miss 2012 for some reasons. Like, obviously, that was at the peak of Skylanders, you know, coming out. Skylanders Giants was just coming out, and there is a certain era of nostalgia in that. But also, I will say that the other day I was rewatching some of my older videos, like from 2013 and 2014 specifically, and I was like, you know, my videos are just so much better than they ever used to be. They're so much better. And so, in a way, I do miss 2012 for what it was, for like Skylanders still being in its infancy. Heck, I was still like this tall. I mean, I recorded videos from here to start with. I was a little kid. But yeah, I miss it for some reasons, but also I'm really happy with how my life is going right now. So in a way I miss 2012, but in a way, you know, living in the present just feels good. It's not good to live in the past, but I do acknowledge that 2012 was a good year. And there are certain aspects of it that, yeah, I would say I do miss from 2012. So, that is pretty much all I have for this episode of Ask Portalmaster. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, this is the important part, remember, leave your questions down in the comments. Please do. Please do. And make sure that I can understand what they're asking, because sometimes people leave questions that I don't really understand what they're asking. So just try to make sure that I can tell what you're trying to ask me down in the comments below. Spread the news. I really want more comments. I love answering you guys' questions, so please, 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 please ask me all the questions you have. It doesn't even have to be about Skylanders. It doesn't even have to be about YouTube. You have any question for me? Ask me almost anything. Seriously, y'all. Ask me almost anything. Anyways, though, this has been Portalmaster9351. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and shout out to all my patrons on Patreon, especially Liam Corner, The Collector Creepypasta, and Portal Power TV. That's all for now. See you guys next time.